Thank you for the contribution from the kitchen. Brian has acquired a reputation amongst his medical colleagues for calling the shots, as he calls it himself, making quick, critical clinical decisions. However, his reputation for decisiveness does not, I'm afraid, extend to affairs of the heart. His dithering has been known to drag women into the arms of the church. In this particular instance, I am fully prepared to accept that Brian believes that he's calling the shots. What he has overlooked is the fact that it's not that it's firing them. In the first reading today, we heard that a quiet wife is a gift from the Lord. I don't believe that the Lord has visited this particular gift upon Brian. But rather, this is the nice bit now, but rather a person of strong character, a person who's never afraid to state her opinions, and furthermore, is never afraid to defend them against all comers. I've always known Brian to be hard on himself. One of the beauties of marriage is that you now have somebody to look after that anything's for you. But you also have a tower of strength to be there when things get tough. Now, as I've already said, I've known Brian for 10 years now, during which time we've shared rooms together, shared houses together, shared numerous car journeys for many thousands of miles. And when I thought about it a bit more closely, I realised that that first reading would probably be more apt as a wife who can tolerate hours in the car going to the match, listening to a pre-match preview. A wife who can tolerate hours in the rain watching both the minor and the senior match. A wife who can tolerate hours in the car on the way back listening to the post-match post-mortem. And finally, a wife who can tolerate the whole thing over again in the big match is truly a gift from the Lord. I know that Natalie has already had experience of this obsessive compulsive problem that Brian has with respect to football in particular and sports in general. My own medical opinion is that there's no reason why he should change, and she'll just have to make do with the husband Monday to Saturday. Now, whatever about a quiet wife being a gift from the Lord, it's certain that in this case, the Lord has bestowed the gift of a quiet husband on Natalie. For when you've known Brian for as long as I have, you begin to appreciate that a lot is left unsaid. What is said is often unfinished, and it's often in code. Thank you, the kitchen. It takes a while to get the full meaning out of what is being said, and most of it is left as implied rather than stated outright. Now, this is all very well as long as you're in the code, but it can cause difficulties with strangers. And on a touring holiday in France together, the problem was made worse by the language barrier. When asking for a room for the night, Brian insisted in asking for a chambre à deux, which is a double room, instead of a chambre à deux lit, which was a twin, which led to numerous nudges, winks, and late night calls from strange men. And so, Natalie, you now know that not only have we shared houses together, rooms together, and cars, we've also slept together. Now, there's one of life's experiences, I rate this quite highly. And I cannot reassure you that in all his habits, he is quite clean and tidy, and he doesn't demand any more of the bed than he's due. It is often said that marriages are made in heaven. This one, I believe, however, began in Sligo. Now, certainly I can't think of a better place for a first date than Sligo. It gave Natalie a chance to assess the quality of the conversation, which, given the silent man reputation, was nil. A chance to assess the driving, which as usual was too far, too fast. And Natalie's only recollection of that first night remains that she didn't get her sides solid. And the reason for this was that she was afraid to fall off her high heels on the way to the salad bar. This gives you the chance to assess the quality of the romance, which was probably too little too slow. things blossomed from there on, and I can clearly remember the first time that I met Natalie, thinking that yes, this was going to be the girl for Brian. I think it was something to do with the way she was trying to make toast in the dishwasher. Some of the worst for a wee bit hardy. Since then, the only cause for complaint that she's given me is in her choice of colours shoes for today's wedding. I think few can understand the agony of the best man on a mission for blue shoes around Derry. At the right price, of course. I finally resorted to renting them, and so I must respectfully ask that when the dance begins, nobody stands in my blue suede shoes. So in conclusion, Reverend Fathers, ladies and gentlemen, I've always felt that these two were well matched. And whether made in heaven or Sligo, I have no doubt that this marriage will be a success. And now, whilst hoping that you'll all enjoy the rest of the evening, I hope you'll join me now and stand and toast the bridegroom. Ladies and gentlemen, the silent wife is indeed a gift from the Lord.
I don't know why you landed me in this position. Because I'm just now fulfilling all you've said. But I would like to thank everybody for coming today, because we have worked very hard for this day home. And it's very much appreciated, all your presence and all the doings of work and all that kind of thing. And I just hope you have a lovely evening. Take plenty of photographs so we can all look back at it in 10 or 20 years' time. Thank you, everybody.
Please remember the song they were singing when I held you alongside you as we swayed to the music and held to each other. I fell in love with you. Could I live this dance on the rest of my life? Will you be my partner every night when we're together? I always remember the song they were singing when I held you alongside you as we swayed to the music and held to each other. I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Will you be my partner every night when we're together? It seems so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Now stand for this time that he sent, and Brian and Brian's mates. I don't know your